Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world. You are watching the Midwest Motorsports iRacing Road Series Tuesday night, round 3 of season 8. Qualifying is underway for the GT3s. We are at the Red Bull Ring in Austria, 10 turn, 2.6 mile track for a 60-minute race tonight. I'm James J., joined by Adam Sondag. Adam, glad to have you. 7 minutes left in qualifying for the GT3s. What do you think we're going to see tonight, man? I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I think that, we're looking at a nice size field tonight. I think we've got close to 40 cars tonight, so nice bounce back, nice large fields. This is a track that it's easy to pick up off tracks. Even the F1 guys there at the final turn, as you're watching Jason Phillips come through, took off tracks, Max Verstappen getting warnings. So it is difficult to get around this track, and there are different ways you have to take it in these different cars. On the GT4 cars, right there in turn 1, you really have to be aggressive getting onto that curb to make time and continue carrying your speed, because those cars don't have the same power. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. There are a number of places to get into trouble, and I think that we're going to have an exciting race here.
Long straightaways separated by sharp corners. A very heavy right-hand turn track. Of the 10 corners, 4 are right-handers. I'm sorry. Way more right-handers than lefts. Let's just put it that way. Chase Finger can tell us more about it. Hey, Chase, the finger fencer. How are you doing tonight?
Good, guys. How are y'all?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Tell us what you think we're going to see tonight. You put some time in on the track.
Yeah, I got most of my practice today. It is a beautiful, hot day here in Austria. 120-degree track temp, so that's really going to throw things for a loop. I think a lot of people were testing anywhere from the 85 to 105 temperature range, so we'll see how tire dead comes into play here. But off tracks, like you said, is I think it's going to catch some people out. I was expecting last week at Zolder, especially it being an endurance race, that we were going to see a lot of drive-throughs, and I don't know if we saw any drive-throughs or if we even had a DQ. So I think everybody really kind of tightens things up when it's race day and really tries to be as conservative but fast as possible.
With 43 cars registered, do you think traffic is going to be a deciding factor? I know that all these guys really are, I mean, in my mind, professional the way they've carried themselves in the last seasons as well as the first 2 rounds of this season. What do you think traffic's going to be?
I do think traffic's going to play a big part as we come into turn 6 right here. This is a very crucial corner as far as braking, and these cars with this hot temperature can loop it pretty easy if you're thrown out of whack with a GT4 kind of making a late move left or right, and you're trying to adjust. Some of these cars can end up looping themselves. It's really going to be a matter of trying to keep yourself back, so when you reach the corner you can have more speed carrying out, and just hope that the person behind you doesn't get a better run. We may actually see some pretty important passes made for position in traffic today.
And it's going to be so exciting. We're super happy to have you, Chase. Thanks again for joining us. One more thing I want to ask you about is the sausage curbs. Do you think they're going to reach out and bite anybody today?
If as long as you're not aggressive when you're on them, I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem. But if you have someone behind you and you're getting a little antsy and you get on that loud pedal too soon, you'll definitely spin. I've done it a couple times myself with just me on track, but that was me learning the limits of the car. This is going to be hard to pass, I think. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to land, but I'm going to take it one battle at a time and enjoy it while it's going on. So, and hope I don't have a drive-through.
Yeah, we didn't see any drive-throughs until very late last week. Very
I didn't
late.
know if we had any.
Yeah, some last gasp drive-throughs that wrecked people's chance at some nice finishes, but it really took the full race of an hour and 40 minutes to get there. So the gang should be ready to keep on track and mind their off tracks, keep race director Josh Watt happy. Never want to make him mad. He's too nice of a guy.
Well, CJ has been putting in a massive effort this week. I think he's one to watch this race. If he can keep it clean and stay under the 15X, I think he has a really, really good shot for a podium, possibly a win if he can battle the alien up front.
Heard it here first.
That's right. Chase's prediction, CJ, not a bad guess. Not a bad choice for the race win. Also, you can see if qualifying is any indication, he's only 1/10 off of Johan de Roy right now as the GT3s are setting their qualifying pace. In the GT4 division, Ron Kabiltas has put it on the pole position again. For the AM division, Chet Miller, last week's winner, is going to share the front row in the GT4s. Jason Geyer and Christopher Hopper share row 2. Nicholas Aslan and Ian Silva, row 3. So lots to play for in the GT4 battles as there's 1 minute left for the GT3s. Still Johan de Roy, CJ Barzak, Shea McNeely, and Jason Phillips. Top 4. Michael Odell joining us tonight. I know he's ready to play his first race of this season, so I'm glad his work schedule worked out. Chase, once again, thanks for joining us. We'll let you go back down, get strapped in and buckled in for your race tonight. Good luck. We'll be watching for you.
Thank you. Always fun to join you guys.
Stay safe.
Thanks, Chase. All right, what a treat it is to have Chase in here with us.
Yeah, CJ having a great qualifying here, even being within sniffing distance of tenths of Johan and Shea, Jason Phillips, Michael Odell. That's some real pace. We've got Sam Hubbard also back.
Yeah.
Now in a Ford out of the GT4 Mercedes. Had some really great races a couple seasons ago.
Good eyes. So Justin Taylor is not the only Ford Mustang. Chris McDonald also in a Ford tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Huge field. 23 GT3s. That in itself would be a heck of a
Yeah,
race.
looks like 45 cars total.
The fastest growing iRacing league on the planet, according to my research. These guys are flying, finishing up their final lap. Michael Odell came to race. His car looks awesome with the chrome Corvette as well. Oh, little wiggle.
Yeah, the chrome looking like a Christmas tree ornament.
Passing zones late in the brakes.
Oh, somebody's in the wall over there.
Look at that.
Looks like Francis.
Reset to the pits real quick and catch a drink. Bail on that lap.
Yeah, that'll be the end here as the time expires.
Finish the lap you're on. Is anybody going to beat Johan de Roy 130.8? Nobody else in the purple sector that's on the track? Where'd he go?
Brian Coxon's crew with some last minute adjustments. Put that thing back together.
Qualifying is over. The lineup is set. Our race director is going over the drivers' meeting now, telling the drivers to pay attention. We're going to go split start as always. Track conditions look absolutely beautiful. There's the layout, rolling hills of Austria, home of Red Bull team.
As Chase mentioned, the track temp is somewhat high right now, so may see some degradation on those tires.
Once again, congrats to our pole sitters, Johan DeRoy and Ron Kabiltis. There's the qualifying spots and the grid as we line up. Good to see Sam Hubbard. Looks like he came to play, qualifying inside of the top 10.
Yeah, Mauricio Prada not qualifying tonight as he has switched his car. Now will be in a Corvette. So if you do change manufacturers mid-season, you're allowed to, but you will not be able to qualify the race that you come back, and I believe it's a 50-point penalty.
That's it, 5-0, yep. Speaking of points, currently Shea McNeely is your leading the points. Jason Wahlberg second, Brian Coxon third, Justin Thaler fourth, CJ Barzak fifth. Again, early in the season, as the cars roll off for a full out lap, we get to set the grid for you. Johan DeRoy, CJ Barzak on the front row. Jay McNeely, Jason Phillips, row 2. Michael Odell, Nathan Westland, row 3. Travis Rowe, and Berhai, I'm sorry for butchering that name, row 4, 7th and 8th. Sam Hubbard, Jack Lucas, 9th and 10th. Jason Wahlberg, Brian Coxon seems out of place outside the top 10. Jesse Coffey, Justin Glickner, Aaron Holroyd, Robert Snar, David Stark, Justin Thaler, John Daniels, Francis Faustino, Chris McDonald, and Chase Fincher starting in the back, bailing on qualifying. We'll see if he can go from worst to first. Mauricio Parada will start in the pit lane. I think Chase gets to grid out. Ron Kabiltas starts in the front of the GT4s here. Oh, we already have action in the back. Like we got some 4Xs going on. Would be Gerard Rupert getting it wrong, trying to warm up the tires, maybe getting the traction control a little off.
A long pace lap here. Checking your settings, maybe finding your water bottle.
Right. Trying to put temp in the tires and pressure up. Full field, wrapping almost all the way around the track. Such a great opportunity to have some fun tonight. Let's go racing for 60 minutes. GT3s and GT4s on the track at the same time. Split start. I think we're going to start hitting in traffic within 10 laps. The GT3 guys will be bringing it around. Tricky pit entrance. As the cars pass pit in. And here we go, Johan DeRoy has the field under control in the Porsche. DJ Barzak in the McLaren on the outside. We are underway. Johan DeRoy in the red and black Porsche. DJ Barzak behind them. Shea McNeely and Jason Phillips side by side. All 4X and above gets reviewed after the race. Johan DeRoy gets a good start, and the GT4s take off. Ron Kabiltas steps on the loud pedal, and the McLarens take off. Top 3 are McLarens. There goes Mauricio getting his start. Glad to see Gerard and Mr. Gordon are able to get it together. Johan DeRoy stretched out to a little bit of a lead. Here's the GT4 single file to the top 8. into the hard braking zone. Great racing. Nathan Westland side by side with Travis Rowe. Travis Rowe on the outside now, might have to give up the spot and tuck in behind.
Yeah,
Hang
nice.
tight on the outside.
It's a nice setup there going in on the inside, but it doesn't set up well for the rest of this run here down to the downhill.
He's in. He's got it. Nice job placing your car in the right place, thinking 3-4 moves ahead.
CJ under pressure here from Shea McNeely early on. Jason Phillips not far behind.
Sorry about the picture breakup. We're working on it. You can see so far, still good. Everybody's been able to stay line astern.
Like early trouble for Mike Samia.
Oh, that's trouble. Couldn't see exactly what happened to him, but hope he's all right. He'll get it pointed the right direction. Johan DeRoy, 1.3 seconds on CJ Barzak. He's getting pressure from behind. Hard to tell. We're trying to try different cameras, different ways we can try to get the picture to work a little better. We're just totally smoke coming off of our broadcast computer, I'm sure. We might have to call the fire department.
Yeah, nice. It's a nice big track, and they went large for it, showing you these big, lush valleys here in Austria. You have to imagine somebody in the iRacing team that worked on scanning and building out this map was proud of this one.
Yeah.
But makes it a little more taxing.
All good. We do have a plan for the future. Getting some hardware upgrades, I believe. But in the meantime, we'll continue to bring you some great action. Looks like your pole sitter has dropped back 3 places as Chet Miller, last week's winner. We have a great battle here. Oh my goodness. Jason Geyer and Ian Bakaitis going side by side in front of Ron Cabiltas. Jason Geyer in the orange and black McLaren. Ian Bakaitis in the BMW. Christopher Hopper has a great seat with Ian Silva also a front row seat at the fight ahead. This GT4 battle is hot.
Yeah, this is very tight quarters. Luckily, the way a little bit of kitty litter there, but I mean that is a nice tight pack of cars there.
We call them the amateur drivers, but I tell you, these guys are driving like pros. They're just in a little bit different iRating and maybe a little different, obviously GT4s, but you would not know by their level of skill they're showing, again, to be racing this close quarters without contact. Christopher Hopper goes inside. Nicholas Aslan, he got it, pulls out the move. They touch. He goes around. Oh no, is that Hopper? Hopper's around. Oh, out of the top 5. Oh, is he going to have to reset back to the pits and get a repair?
He may have
Jason.
already. Yep, there he goes. Oh, that'll be a meatball, according to race director.
Didn't look like that big of a touch.
Yeah, I think it just so happens that, sometimes if you catch it the right way, you're going to get a toe link. Some part of your, some part of the car that you're counting on for stability, for drivability, is going to take it, even if it wasn't overly significant. And it should be a quick, fast repair. But having to take that stop at all is a disappointment early in the race. Even if it's the best time to have to take that.
Right. Back to the GT3s. Nathan Westland holding off Travis Rowe, but only just. Travis Rowe looking left, looking right, looking back left. We've been here before. Now Travis is on the inside this time. And is able to pull it off by the time they get around to the left.
I believe Nathan is new this season, correct? Wasn't here before in F3 days or TCR days.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and it appears to have a lot of pace. So excited to see, how he fits into these battles. Currently running 6th here after Travis Rowe is able to work his way around. Sam Hubbard in the Mustang in his rearview mirror. Jason Wahlberg not far behind him.
Nathan in the slipstream. Can he pop out? Nope. He decides to stay in line, follow Travis. Through turn 3, headed down the hill.
And Chase Fincher lurking in the background.
Up to 15th after starting, and Michael Odell looks like he's into the pits as well. Sorry we missed Michael's off.
Yeah, and Nick Aslin looks like he also had some. Johan DeRoy, however, completely unaffected by anything happening behind him.
Almost 2 seconds in front. Let's see if he can put a 60-minute race together. As he is now into traffic on lap 6.
Yeah, he's got the flashers going. Making his presence known. Sexy Rexy Ant Caster in the GT4 Porsche.
And now we're really going to see the ebb and the flow of traffic, especially after watching the Daytona 24-hour race, or maybe even racing in the iRacing special event last week. You're almost always going to be in traffic. Johan DeRoy's found another little gap between the GT4s. At lap 6, every 6 laps he's going to be in, going through the entire field again. So here we go. Johan DeRoy, 10 minutes in, continues to lead the race by 4 seconds now, going through that traffic. CJ Barzak is lost out on second to Shea McNeely. Let's see if CJ can keep pace with Shea. Shea was able to take advantage of some of that traffic and get by CJ. Jason Phillips in a gap of his own, not too far behind. CJ right up on the back of the Porsche now. We know Shea McNeely can crank out fast, consistent laps as the two of the Porsches are now leading 1-2 in GT3.
Yeah, he didn't find himself hassled too much last week. Was able to have a pretty comfortable run, even working through traffic. Tonight might not be so similar. Colin Huffman in the BMW here.
Good job also for the BMW to not lose too much fight in his battle. I believe that's Aaron Mitchell and Rick Bundren going at it.
Yeah, Colin is 14th in class right now for 22 GT4 cars. That's pretty good. I know Colin's new to cutting over to road racing from ovals, so dipping his toes in to very warm waters. The sharks are out.
Yeah, he's holding his own. Good job, Colin, right in the middle of that GT4 field. Down the backstretch to turn 4, hard downhill right. Apex opens up on an exit. The gravel does reach out and grab you sometimes there. As the GT4s stay on the inside, the GT3s go around the out. Great job driving through traffic. The GT3s will have to stop twice unless you're Brian Coxon. You might want to do a one stop again.
Take advantage of the downhill and lift and coast where you can. The more brake you use, the more energy you steal from your car.
Jason Wahlberg now in the middle of the GT4 battle.
Yeah, apologies here as the Stream PC fights to keep track of all these cars. One thing about all of this field being packed together is that requires the machine to render every single car.
Two wide, I've seen them 3 wide in some places. Jason Geyer goes wide and lets Jack Lucas go. Zach Alexander doing a good job in the Porsche GT4.
Yeah, he through traffic there. He's staying close in touch with Taylor Montague as John Daniels on the outside, Robert Snar in his rear view. and now Chris McDonald. So, oh no, I'm seeing a number of
Big off.
incidents coming through.
It's Zach Alexander and was it Rick Bundren in the pink? Start. CJ's dropped back. Oh no. And
We'll
the
see if
McLaren, he's lost
we'll see if we can
45.
see anything here.
Here he goes.
Oh, just a little touch into the back of Ron Cabiltes. Gets Ron backwards. It's like Rick Bundren also brought into that. Oh, Rick just got wide, maybe avoiding that into the wall there out of turn one. So we'll see what we have for potential meatballs now. Looks like the number 5 of Mauricio Parada has retired, so the brand new Porsche is already out, so the team getting used to that equipment. Something wrong with that one. 45 and the 93 have meatballs, so they will be heading in to the pit. So that's Rick Bundren after getting into the wall. And isn't the 3? Yeah, the 93 of Zach Alexander also going to go and hit the pits. So both of them are going in to get their repairs. So we've had some activity on the pit lanes here already, and we're still a couple, 10, 15 minutes away from pit cycle for the GT4s. So not an easy track. There is traffic everywhere. It is rush hour in Austria.
It is rush hour. It just goes to show how easily it can happen. Just a little bit of braking discrepancy and a little touch from CJ sends Ron Cabiltes around, collects the track. Chaos ensues afterwards. Everybody's trying to steer clear.
As anyone who's ever owned a car knows, nothing that ever happened to your car is your fault. The engineers that make these things just don't know what they're doing, so.
Survival is going to be the theme for today's race. Patience will pay off. 6 seconds the gap for Johan de Roy now. Over Shea McNeely, moved Jason Phillips up to 3rd.
I don't know that it's possible, but as a driver in the race, as a competitor in the race, I believe that Chase Fincher has given the commentator's curse to CJ Barzak. So that's a first for us. I believe we'll still check in with CJ in a little bit here. Hopefully he's doing okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give him a little time to cool off after that one. He lost a couple of spots, but CJ Barzak will be our driver spotlight probably after the first pit stop. What I was thinking, let the race play out some, but we're going to try to bring a driver into the booth with us every week.
Sounds like trouble for the 92. Might be a drive-through already after some incidents there impacting a couple drivers. So we have seen some off tracks and some incidents, so I don't think that we'll see our last drive-through here. Yeah, these cars are sticking together, just tight lines a dozen cars on any given stretch of road. Doing our best here to call what we can.
Minutes down, 40 plus to go. Chase Venture's already made his way through half of the GT3 field. Now each car is going to get a little more difficult to pass as he comes up to the higher classification. But here he is, finishing off a lap, getting a good run up to turn 1 on Justin Glickner, also in the McLaren. Good to see Aaron Holroyd out here tonight. Looks like he's locked in a battle with David Stark in the Audi right behind him.
Yeah, must have been able to get his daughters to go to bed early tonight.
Like Michael Odell right behind Aaron now, getting around Aaron. Odell is only 8 laps down now. No, 3 laps down. Oh, Aaron holds him off. Back up to chase. Oh, we got somebody.
That'll be Taylor Montague.
Oh, no.
They're kicking up a little gravel.
Might have got some help.
Like Aunt Castor took some repairs. Emulating Rexy very seriously. Rexy got a nose job this weekend.
Been to the dentist at least. Or his little baby brother, GT4, has been to the dentist. Oh, there's a corner there, Aunt. There you go.
Cold tires just went in the pit. There you go. See the weave.
Good call, Adam.
It's a tough turn to judge.
All right, pit stops are happening for the GT3s. Jay McNeely's on his way out.
Another victim of the black flag. Looks like will be the 66 of Brian Sarton. So we're getting to the pit cycles here. You don't want to have to go to the pits if you don't need to. If you're not able to pick up fuel. I'm not sure if anyone will take tires or not, but knowing that the track is at a higher temp, I think, than most practice at, people may be in a position where they might need that extra grip.
18 seconds for a pit stop. I think that means tires, right?
Woof. Looks like the surface temps of the track are over 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 120 freedom. That's gonna be brutal on those tires. So we may see some.
We're riding with CJ Barzak now. He has made his stop, but Brian Coxon is the only one in the GT3s that is not pitted. So that tells me he might be going for a one-stopper. That cycles back Johan DeRoy to the front, but Brian Coxon laying low, turning about 1.4 second, at least a second slower every lap, but he's going to save a pit stop. Brian Coxon going alternate strategy once again. His cards are being shown. Johan DeRoy with purple laps. Is there enough time for Brian Coxon to take advantage of one less stop? About 30 seconds overall is the delta in the pits, with 131 average lap, and the pit stop lap being 2 minutes, 202, 203, 206, and 7 for some guys.
Ryan went 2 laps over everyone else consistently last week.
Yeah, he's going to need to make it at least 2 more laps. Nope, can't do it.
Oh, he's in.
He's going to have to really work to get another 30 minutes out of this one.
Yeah, only a 1 lap overcut for Brian Coxon. Not feeling the overcut as strongly today.
There's the Mustang of Sam Hubbard right in front of Nathan Westland.
Yeah, nice looking DTM scheme on there. The old chrome Vodafone. Oh, and then trouble for, is that Nathan Westland?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he takes a spin, backs it into the fence. He will keep his spoiler at least, but the rear end of that car took a bump. Looks like the front of his car is taking some bumps too, so.
Coxon squeaks through. Here's a replay.
So he's coming up here behind Sam Hubbard. Just takes too much sausage curb, trying to get on power. No contact between the two drivers.
Can you turn down a good sausage, though?
Absolutely not.
Tough break, Nathan. He was fast. Well, no, we'll get it back together. He's pointing the right way. Keegan Bahari in the top 5 in the Porsche. That blue paint looks good from what I can see. With the right in the back. Being followed. DJ Barzak still right in the middle of a hot battle, so I don't want to go in-car camera, in-car with him just yet. Got Jason Wahlberg and the Acura, orange Acura right behind him. And Chase Fincher up to P9.
Yeah, don't look now. Johan de Roy has opened up a 6.5 second gap on Shane McNeely.
Keep those off tracks down to a minimum.
See the pace difference there as Jason Wahlberg absolutely swerves around Gerard Rupert's GT4 Porsche. CJ Barsak hitting the pits. I believe this will be his. Will this be his second time through?
Yes. He did not come in. Well, he came in, he stopped for 17 seconds.
Yeah, he may have had to. That looks like a drive through there. Yeah, so unfortunate. Yeah, the 25 with CJ Barsak serving a drive-through for incidents. The number 85 of Chris McDonald retiring from the race. They weren't able to get that car repaired. The 93 of Zach Alexander will need some repairs, shown the meatball from race control. And the 36 of Ryan Gordon joining us for the first time tonight in the BMW will have a drive-through for incident points. So the off tracks are coming together quickly. We see a number of front ends here looking like they've had their fair share. Again, I think on this track, the braking points are different for these two vehicles with the amount of grip that they make. So people may not be used to where the other classes are braking if they haven't practiced in a session that had multiple classes. So here comes the 36 of Ryan Gordon for that drive through. We'll get back out there and fight again. This group has stayed pretty well in touch, from Keegan, Jason, Sam, and Chase bearing down on them. Justin Gleckner and Jack Lucas lurking in the background. Starting to finally see a little bit of separation from the rest of the field here. TJ Barzak back out behind David Stark in the Audi. I believe, yeah, David's the only Audi we have.
What do you think? You want to stick with CJ and ride with him as he follows David Stark around?
Yeah, let's see if he's game.
All right, CJ Barzak is hot on the heels of David Stark as they work through the back section of the track, coming through and past the pit entrance. The one and only Audi on the track, like you said, Adam. Comes around to finish the lap. DJ, looks like you're about to make a move on the 59.
Yep.
Let it rip.
I certainly am.
Watch the sausage.
On the inside, he hangs out there. Good job. A lot better that time than you went through there with one of the GT4s. I'm sorry that happened to you, but great recovery drive.
Well, that was this turn coming up.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
On the inside again. Well, sorry that happened to you, man. That definitely didn't help your incident point over as
No.
well over drive-through.
I
Tell us
did.
about your race other than that.
I didn't think I touched him. Did I? Was I at fault for that? Do you guys know?
Don't know for sure.
Oh, are you talking about the?
When Ronald spun?
Yes.
Oh,
Please.
I there may have been a touch, I believe, in the rear.
I know we touched just because I got the 4X, but I don't know if that was after he had stopped or if I was the one that spun him.
True. We don't know. We didn't see it that closely. So
Okay, I'll have
we're
to go back and look.
and all. It was unfortunate it happened because it looks like you were having such a great race with Shayla.
Yeah, that was. If you guys watched his overtake, that was timed so well. That's
Right.
one thing I'm still trying to figure out is just strategy. And if you were to look at the figures, like Johan is 3.8K iRating, Shay is 2.8, and I'm only 2,000. So there's clearly things that I'm still working on, but those guys can race.
You're definitely punching above your weight, CJ. It's been a lot of fun watching. You had a great qualifying as well. So
Thank you.
It's unfortunate that it happened so early in the race, and now you're making up for it.
Yeah, and then I lost count of my incident points, and here we are in 15th.
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's even kind of like pizza. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to hear that, CJ, but I believe that after Chase Fincher pegged you as his driver to watch,
he did it last week too.
as a dark horse to win the race. I think he put the mojo on you. So
Oh, he gave me the curse. Okay.
so while you're here, is there anything you'd like to say about defending champion Chase Fincher?
honestly, I only have good things to say about Chase. He is a gem for this league. And I know we all talk about it that like anyone's willing to help each other, and like I've gone out of my way to reach out to Chase and ask for advice, and he's gone so far as to offer to like record himself doing a lap and then do a voiceover explaining what he's doing, why he's doing, because he's also in the McLaren. Like whether or not he gave me the commentator's curse and he's the reason I am where I am, I've got nothing but good things to say about Chase.
Well, he's coming for you on your drop races, apparently.
Oh, that's right. We have drop races. This one doesn't matter.
Yeah, Chase is really taking to editing photos and videos from the races for a laugh. So he's having a lot of fun in here, making a lot of friends. Even if he's fast, nobody hates him yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
After today, if it's his fault, we're working our way there.
Right on. Well,
Ian Bacaitis, the last pit stop, I believe.
He is coming in, the Mission 22 BMW. DJ, we're talking about helping each other out, so I need you to help me out. So
Yes,
I've been told it's Cody and then Jay and in there somewhere, so fill us in on what the CJ stands for.
Yeah, so it's my initials. It's just Cody John. I initially had signed up for iRacing under Cody Barzak. Early on in my iRacing career, if you want to call it that, I had an unfortunate mishap with, a misfortunate incident with another racer, and he went and found like my socials and where I worked and all this stuff. So I went and had iRacing change my name to CJ.
Right on. Well,
And then the juice thing comes from Twitch.
Okay, right on. Nice. Well, we're watching you, man. We're sorry about your unfortunate race, but you still got lots to play for. I know Rick Bundren and David Stark. David Stark is doing his best to hold you off as he's working on somebody in front of him. So we'll let you get back to it, CJ. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Oh, totally.
All
yeah,
right.
we need more of this for sure.
All right. Well, count on it, man. I call this a success. Get back out there and keep fighting, CJ. We'll be watching you.
All righty. Thank you.
Have fun, brother.
That's
So we leave him right there to swerve his twin in the GT4, Kyle Ryan.
That's right. Kyle gives him space. They do it like twins.
Yeah, you can see the.
Sorry, go ahead, Adam.
Oh, I was gonna say you can see there all the new work to add all the debris and gravel. There's gravel and grass and stuff everywhere. These cars are throwing stuff in the air and picking up debris on their tires. Again, they are looking at 120 plus degree surface temps here on this track. So punishment for those tires, and then add on top of that gravel and whatever else wants to stick to it.
As CJ goes up to Ian Bacaitis that we just watched come out of the pits. But yeah, CJ and Kyle are both going to be our guests on the Cool Down Lap this Monday. So the Cool Down Lap podcast, we'll talk about this race, but also CJ Barzak and his twin Kyle Ryan will be in the hot seat on the Cool Down Lap next Monday. So a special announcement we can bring to you.
Yeah, we're coming up on Valentine's Day here in a couple weeks. We got certainly a couple drivers in this league that I think would be each other's Valentines. So let us know in the Discord or in the chat if you have a Valentine shout out yourself. Let them know you love them.
Chase Fincher on Keegan Berry. There, hey. Chase up to P7. Can he make it for another podium run? Keegan goes on the inside around a GT4. Chase also gets by. Is he going to make a move? Not this time. He thought about it. Chase Fincher in the red and orange McLaren.
Yeah, being on the inside there just really saws off the ability to attack turn one and keep that speed up. So you can see he dropped a little bit of touch there. No doubt he will be trying to maximize his exits as he said he would. He's up 15 positions now.
Ian Silva in the Mercedes. This is a battle.
Yeah, we need to check in with Ian Silva and clarify how someone from the other side of the hemisphere has become a Islanders fan.
He mentioned something about that in road chat. I'm sorry I don't have it in front of me. He's working on Kyle Ryan, and Kyle Ryan's in P3 right now. Ian Silva was your winner at Dover this week on the Oval Series in the trucks.
Yeah, I've been a long time oval racer. Kyle's been in the practice sessions religiously over the past couple weeks, logging those laps. So it looks like that consistency's paying off. Nick Aslin pitting in. He's currently second in the AM division. Chet Miller, we haven't said much about him. He's just been having a nice smooth run. 15-second gap over Kyle Ryan.
Exactly what he did at Zolder. Mind his own business, stay out of trouble. Next thing you know, 15 seconds over second place. Although Chet, he has made his stop. He's good all the way.
Appears that Jason Geyer is his Valentine as they have matching McLaren schemes with some Buc-ee's stickers on the rear bumper. I don't know how the trend of matching driver cars took off so quickly, but this season we have it.
I would never turn down a Buc-ee's sponsorship. John Daniels side by side with Francis Faustino. John Daniels has the spot. Francis follows him. Can he stay close enough to fight back? John Daniels in the red Ferrari, Francis Faustino in the white and red McLaren just behind. Working their way through turns 6 and 7. Through 8. They go around a GT4 car, and Francis is still right there. Trying to avoid any off tracks. John Daniels carries a great speed out of the final turn.
Yeah, you do get a bit of leeway there coming down the final turn on that exit.
They're coming up on that battle for third in GT4.
But as it always is, when you get too comfortable with thinking the exit is going to be generous to you in kind,
When it bites.
that's when you get, yep.
Jason Wahlberg, Morgan. I'm sorry. Keegan Barhay.
Yeah, and Chase Fincher still in the rear view of those.
Goodness.
Chase with his Jurassic Park Jeff Goldblum looks, studying this dinosaur, finding its strengths and weaknesses.
Under 15 minutes to go now.
Aaron Holroyd taking the outside line here on Brian Coxon. Brian unable to hold the inside, just going to let him go.
Brian's really working hard to make this off strategy work. I still think he's going to need a splash.
Yeah, he went 17 laps. That's 12 laps ago.
It won't be for the win. 40 seconds back from the leader. The delta, 30-second delta, including the stop.
Doing about a tenth under 133 on his last lap.
Yep, continuing to lose time.
Yeah, Johan de Roy, on the other hand, 131.2. Johan doesn't appear to be too worried about fuel strategies. Almost 11 seconds on Shea McNeely. We've known Johan to be fast. Shay's looked really strong this season. And Keegan just joining is putting in a pretty strong race. "25 seconds back, Johan de Roy, but 5.5 seconds up from Jack Lucas, who's been consistent. Our old pal Chris Hopper following Midwest Motorsports trucks legend Mike Samia. Looks like Mike must have figured out his way around enough to get rid of the Google Maps scheme.
Ian Silva's got around Kyle Ryan for second. 17 seconds behind Chet Miller. I don't know if that's possible, but with 11 minutes to go, can Kyle Ryan get that spot back? Nice patience shown by Ian Silva. And it's paid off.
Yeah, it looks like in the past couple laps, about the same gap. From Ian Silva to Chet Miller. Like Chris Hopper taking his second pit stop. Jesse Coffey pulls into the pit. Jason Phillips already has taken his second stop. Johan de Roy as well. Brian Coxon, if he goes 17 laps again, that will take 2 more laps. Not sure if he's saved enough to be about 3 minutes for 2 laps. Not sure he's saved enough to make it all the way to the end of this one. But he has looked to slow his pace some to try to get some savings. Jason Phillips now only 2 seconds back from Brian Coxon with a second stop. So everyone in a pro car has taken a second stop but Brian Coxon at this point. Again, the GT4 drivers should be able to do this in one stop.
John Daniels on the hunt. Jesse Coffey just in front of him in the 75. This is the battle for 12th and 13th. Working their way down towards 6th.
John has 3 overtakes to make if he wants free chalky milk. It's only for top 10s.
Oh, it's the pick. Jesse Coffey on the outside. They straddle. Side by side now.
Oh, it's going to be tight.
Jesse Coffey out wide. John Daniels does a good job staying inside.
Oh, he stayed. Oh.
Jesse Coffey now is the inside line in the run to turn 1. John Daniels is going to pinch him down. Jesse Coffey crosses the line behind John Daniels, but he still has the preferred line as their overlap. Jesse Coffey holds strong late on the brakes. Can John Daniels carry more speed on the exit? I believe he did. Jesse Coffey does a great job. Very respectful, courteous racing.
Yeah, you just can't.
Sports GT3.
You can't get it done on the inside there in T1. You just lose too much momentum going down that straight. I thought John was able to keep it as he was heading down the hill. That was impressive there, going down the hill to make that overtake in the inside. Bucked a little loose and held on to it. Looked like he took an off track there as well. Travis fighting back, but unable to hold the inside. That's just a compromised position to be in. So big move from John Daniels there with only a couple minutes to go. Not sure he'll be able to close 8 seconds off on Aaron Holroyd. But he's on the move.
But you know he's going to try. That's right.
Yeah, he's got mostly clear road. I believe that he can see right up to Aaron. Yeah. Aaron, however, does not look like he'll be impacted by any traffic in the near future.
But there's a battle for 5th heating up also. Here it is, Shea McNeely following Travis Rowe. Travis Rowe currently in 4th. Shea McNeely wants it. Travis leaves the door open. Not this time, but Shea McNeely on the hunt. We have Jason Phillips and Brian Coxon just up ahead in their sights with under 6 minutes to go. I think Jason Phillips going to have to work hard. But Travis Rowe in the white and black. Shea McNeely on the inside now. Can he make it up the hill to turn 1? Into the braking zone. Who can carry more speed? It's so hard to get this right. Shea McNeely does a great job of staying inside, leaving room for Travis on the outside. They're still side by side. 2 Porsches. 1-on-1. Another uphill braking zone. Sausage on the inside. Let's see if Travis crosses them over on the exit. They're still side by side. Shea McNeely gets the spot, but in the slipstream with traffic ahead, they're going to catch him after Travis Rowe follows. All right, move Shea McNeely back up to the top 3.
Mike Smeal sticking to the inside there.
Mike, yep, nice.
Nathan
David
Westland
Stark.
gets around David Stark there.
And Nathan Westland, that's right. DJ back up to 11th, and now Nicholas Aslan, with Dan Gish. I don't think they touched, but Dan Gish gets it wide. The sand trap slows you down for sure.
Yeah, it's tough to get back online if you get too far over there. Travis Rowe's not giving up. He's got 3.5 minutes to try to get back, but with open road, we've seen Shea McNeely disappear.
Brian Coxon had to come in and pit lap 35 lap ago. So
Well, he did. He went from 17 to 18 laps.
we went for it.
Just a few too many laps to be able to pull it off there. Looks like Brian Sarton will be parked for incidents.
Oh,
Long race, a lot of activity on the track, off the track, between the cars.
John Daniels has caught Aaron Holroyd.
Yeah, that
Under a
was 8 seconds
Wow.
a couple minutes ago. So he is putting in laps. John's last lap, his best lap, a 131.6. Johan DeRoy doing 131.5. So really, basically doing about the same as John Daniels. So we've seen John pick up speed as he gets motivated.
What about Glickner? Like he's coming up on Jack Lucas. Can he make a pass with 1:30 to go? Gonna have this lap and one more.
Yeah, and don't look now.
Back up here.
Shea McNeely is right on the bumper of Jason Phillips.
Jason Phillips in the golden black Acura.
We'll do our best to catch the action where it is. We've got 3 battles in GT3 right now that are within a second.
Coming to the white. Jason Phillips goes wide. Is that going to be enough? There's Ian Silva, second place in the GT4s. They're both going to get by him in time for turn 1. Jason Phillips goes wide. Shea McNeely thinks about it. Jason Phillips takes the line and crosses off the nose. Here we are back into the GT4 leader, Chet Miller. Needs to be patient. He's got a big gap, 13 seconds. No reason to force anything. And DJ Barzak and Jason Wahlberg touch coming to the white flag. With, I believe that's Dan Gish in front.
Yes, correct.
All good. Jason Wahlberg on the inside of CJ. Dan Gish goes in the GT4. Is that going to compromise Jason Wahlberg's run? And Nathan Westland right behind. So this is a 3-way battle for the top 11, 12, 13.
Oh no, and it's
It
an
is the
incident for
leader.
Chet Miller.
I ask you to be patient there, Chet. There's Ian Silva. A 11-second gap has turned into 5, just like that. Somebody's around.
I believe that was Michael Harris in his first road race here with us.
Johan DeRoy
looks like just not enough time. Chet Miller still had enough of a lead there to hold that out.
Just barely. But that was a heart and chest moment.
Yeah,
There he goes. Colorado with a drive-through.
yeah, drive-through podium finish. A walk-off home run.
Incidents gets it. I don't know. I guess this is penalty served.
Yep.
Wow. What a race.
Yeah, we apologize for the delay there until we were able to switch over to a different machine there to get some view up for the fans at home. But wow, this track really put together a show in multi-class GT racing. Traffic all over the map. Action between classes, within classes. Take a look here at your results. Johan de Roy coming in with a nice clean run, fast all day, finished clear of the competition, 0.2 faster than the closest driver for lap times. Oh, that's qualifying here. Let me just flip that. I don't know why it's showing that. One moment here. There we go. There we are. Johan de Roy clear by 18 seconds. Jason Phillips, Shea McNeely, Jason able to hold Shea off to the line. It looked close. Shea was on a tear there toward the end. Travis Rowe able to take fourth. Keegan Bahari, correct us if that's wrong, Keegan, please. Fifth on the debut. Great finish there. Top 5 on debut. Jack Lucas, a strong day in sixth. Justin Gleckner, didn't have much to say about him because he kept his nose clean and ran a really solid race. Had some speed there at the end coming after Jack Lucas, just not enough time to do it. Aaron Holroyd, John Daniels unable to get around Aaron. Jesse Coffey, Jason Wahlberg, Nathan Westland able to get back up to 12th after taking a spin in T1 off the sausage. CJ Barzak, the Chase Fincher curse caused him some trouble. He came in 13th. David Stark 14th. Justin Thaler 15th. Brian Coxon 16th. The extra overcut unable to work today. Francis Faustino 17th. Robert Snar 18th. Michael Odell 19th. Looks like after an incident late in the race, Chase Fincher 20th in class, 33rd overall. Sam Hubbard 21st in class, 39th overall. Chris McDonald 22nd in class, 42nd overall. And Mauricio Prada had to retire that car after making a switch to the Corvette, 23rd in class, 45th overall. We'll cut over here to your AM division finishers. Chet Miller, despite a last-minute mistake coming through the inside of the track, still able to hold off with the lead. Ian Silva only a couple seconds behind at the line. Nice run from Ian Silva, winner of the Ovals race last weekend. Jason Geyer, third. Strong race for Jason. Ian Bakaitis, fourth in class. Or fifth in class, I'm sorry. It's Chet Miller, Ian Silva, Kyle Ryan. I'm not sure why it's... Unless it kicked... I'm not sure what the result was after Kyle Ryan served a drive-through to take the flag. I'm not sure how that impacted him inside timing. He's shown as third here, but in results he's shown as being what's that? 2, 4, 6.
You got docked a lap for you have to exit the pit lane in order to serve your penalty.
Yeah, so he's looks like down in 8th in class. after that penalty. So we'll have to see how that shook out. But assuming that Jason Geyer took third there, tough break for Kyle Ryan just to go over at the last gasp and the very last chance to get that drive through. Nick Aslin, sixth. Dan Gish, seventh. Or I guess that would be sixth now with the penalty. Aaron Mitchell, seventh. Ronald Kabiltes, ninth. Pablo Araya, 10th. Some issues for Ron and T1 with CJ Barzak. Michael Harris in his first race, 11th. Michael Samia, 12th. Nice pairing for the oval drivers. Rick Bundren, 13th. Matt Collada, 14th. Christopher Hopper, 15th. Ryan Gordon, after getting some repairs, 16th. Brian Sarton, 17th. Gerard Rupert, 18th. Zach Alexander, 19th. Got some repairs. Ant Castor, that team also repairing that car, 20th. Taylor Montague, 21st. And Colin Huffman, 22nd. So Colin was looking good there until some damage to that car. James, what do you got?
Man, what an incredible race. 60 minutes of multi-class action. We've seen it all today. Thanks to everybody for joining us. Right now, we have your winner in the GT4 series, Chip Miller. I'm not sure if your heart has settled down. Mine barely has. What happened on that last lap? We thought you were going to try to give the win away.
Yeah, had a minor heart attack for a second there. That I was just trying to clear a back marker and got turned around. I haven't looked back and seen fully what happened. I don't know if I didn't leave him enough space or what, but it gave me a good startle and my heart's still racing from that.
Yeah, 12-second lead drops down to 6 seconds really quick. But
Oh yeah.
You built up the lead, you earned it. So talk us through it. Looks like 43 cars on the track, was very busy. Talk us into how your race played out and how you were able to build such a lead.
Yeah, I just focused early on just getting by Ron. He was pretty quick at the start, and I just wanted to get around him and try and get some clean air before all the traffic came through. And I got some help from Jason Geyer. He gave me a little bump draft when I finally got around Ron, and it helped me get away a little bit. And I just took the clean air and kind of rode with it while everyone else was battling behind. And then just I think I kind of worked out for me really nice. Most of the traffic I dealt with was really in really good spots, and I think it didn't work out as nicely for the people behind me. So I just kind of got a lot of clean air and was able to put some good laps in and keep it straight and keep going.
Yeah, right on. Well, 3 races in, you've done great so far, 2 wins, and we have an off week, and you get to celebrate for an extra week. Congratulations on a great run.
Thank you.
That's your winner, Chet Miller, in the GT4 series. Up next, we have another visitor to the guest, not his first time in the broadcast booth, talking after a win, but first time in a long time, Johan DeRoy. Welcome back to the winner circle, Johan.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, it has been a long time, but always feel great to be here with you guys and celebrate the win.
Yes, well, I know this is a track you're very familiar with, so that definitely played in your hands. Great qualifying lap,
Mhm.
earning your name, the Alien. You've earned that once again. But talk us through the race. You were in traffic by lap 6 with 43 cars. I want to ask you the same question I asked Jet. What was it like dealing with the traffic?
Yeah, a lot of traffic today, but I think I've been lucky with it. That helped me a lot to create the gap with McNeely and Phillips. So I think I've been quite good and lucky. So that's been cool to maneuver into the traffic.
Yeah, right on. Well, again, we're glad you're here, especially after Zolder leaving Zolder so early. Good to make up some points again. And
Yeah.
I have to ask, I remember last time we talked about your pet Geico, Godzilla, right? How's he doing?
Yeah, he's good. But now I have a new co-pilot. His name is Max, and it's a little kitty. So yeah.
Well,
So
Adam was calling the race with us today, and you haven't met Adam personally, I guess, Johan. So, Adam, what you got for our buddy our alien Johan?
Yeah, not a lot. Once you're in clean air there, able to pick your lines through traffic without your rear view being full. Um, must have been a nice afternoon there in Austria for you. Um, how did this race play out as far as what you planned for? Were you able to hit your marks for fuel and tires as you expected? I know the track surface was hotter than most
Yeah,
expected.
yeah, clearly. When I was practicing, the track was really more cold, and
Mhm.
I was thinking about not changing my tires at all. But with this temperature and the marble, there were a lot of marbles
Yeah.
even at the start. So yeah, I had to change my tires in the first pit. So I just changed the left side because there is a couple of
Mhm.
mostly right-handers, so
Yep.
it's more optimal. So
Yeah. Great point. We saw, especially also a lot of gravel and grass
mhm.
and debris on the track from the off track. So really adding to the difficulty of managing those tires. And we saw a number of people
Yeah,
struggling to keep the cars pointed the right way. So that surely didn't help.
no, and yeah, you with the gravel, it make the tire even more dirty and less grippy during the
Hmm.
corner. That make a bit more wear. So yeah, it's more difficult to manage the tires. So that's why I've changed my tire after the first stint. I think a lot of people have did this. I'm not sure,
Hmm.
but yeah, I
Yeah,
think it
people may
was
not have been
optimal.
planning to, but it may have been
Yeah.
forced on them. Um, we're super glad to see you back, turning fast laps.
Yeah,
Looking
thank
forward
you.
to seeing you in 2 weeks.
Yes. It's a week next week, so a little bit of sleeping days, and after race again.
Well, again, Johan, great to see you back on top. And I know Imola is a track you're also familiar with, so we'll see you there in 2 weeks. Until then, enjoy your win, Johan. Welcome back to the top step.
Yep. Thank you, guys. See you next time.
Johan DeRoy, your overall winner, GT3 winner. And now back to me and you, Adam. You want to wrap it up? Again, sorry about the picture breakup. We appreciate everybody sticking with us. Um, it was still a great racing. Shout out to all the GT3 and GT4 drivers out there.
Yeah, that's what the practice sessions are for. Get out there and get used to running with the traffic. Um, some unfortunate incidents for some, but that's the nature of racing. I mean, I think that the size and the length and the speed of this circuit really kept these cars together in a way that, maybe at a spa or a track like that, you might see the field break up a little more, but we really had cars on top of each other the entire race. And so that's going to add to the off tracks and the incidents and things like that. And that's racing. I think people get caught up in thinking it's embarrassing or bad to have off tracks, but that's racing. Incidents are racing. We saw it in Daytona. People wrecked some very expensive cars at some inopportune times on their own mistakes. So I think we saw some real racing tonight in that sense.
I hope everybody had as much fun as we did. Thanks again to everybody for tuning in. Thanks to all the Midwest Motorsports admins that make this league the great league that it is. You can always join us at midwest-motorsports.com. Until 2 weeks, I'm James J. for Adam Sondag and Josh Watt running the stream, reminding you stay in your lane.
And I approve of this message.